So here's my PD130. It's painted now and ready for back in now. Just have to wait on a few bits. So I'm after ordering a few bits. So I have my BXE rear crankshaft seal to come. So I'll have to make a little hole, say in this case, and just here for the sensor to go out through. Then off the dark side I have PD150 head bolts to come. I have a new time belt and water pump kit to come. I still haven't made up my mind if I want to keep the aircon on it, because the compressor in neither car was working fine. So I don't know, I might see if it's just even sourcing a new one, so at least if I do want the aircon I can have it. I make a little plate here to blank off my EGO, because I'm not going with that because that's just too complicated to start getting involved in and then swapping the engine over. So she's near ready for back in. And then in here I have my O2M gearbox, and my clutch was in absolutely flying order. And the only thing is that the release bearing is fairly rough, so I want to get a new release bearing. And while I'm in there, I'm going and putting an upgraded pressure plate, clutch disc in it. So my clutch disc is actually in fairly good order. So you can see the amount there between the rivets. So she's in good order there now, but if I want to start putting hybrid turbos to the likes of that on, I'll have to, I can get away with it. I think it's a 6 paddle, no, 4 or 6 paddle, just a clutch disc off of, I think it's PD Parts UK or something like that. And I'll have to look it up now in the new year and I'll find out, but that's my O2M gearbox. She's painted up and ready to go, other than the clutch. So this here's the Leon I'm putting my PD130 into. If I open this up, I'm after ordering a few bits for the car itself before I even put the engine in. So this hard pipe kit and front mount indicator don't even belong to the Mark 5 platform. So this is off a PD130 Mark 4 Golf, and the wee pipe that was supposed to be on here was a bit too short, so I ended up getting a longer one, but it was slightly smaller in diameter. So off it was fmic.eu. I'm after ordering myself a blue pipe for here that's the right size, and I'm after ordering the proper elbow for this side, because that side's supposed to be on there and that's supposed to be the other way around, because this is 64mm piping and that's 57mm EGR, and I ended up having to flip it round because my the small little side nut wasn't made for a pipe this big. So when I get them then, once I put my engine in, I'll be able to have this looking a lot tidier and neater, because it's not really ideal now at the minute. I still have to make up my mind as to what I want to do with my air filter wise, because I'm not too sure if my standard intake will fit straight on to the PD130. So I might have to have a look at that. So I have the car in at the minute for 2 top mounts, because she's doing a bit of banging, a bit of rocking here on the front left in particular. So I'm going to change this one first, take it for a drive, see how it feels. If it sounds any better, then I might go ahead and do the right side, but it's not even knocking at the minute, so I'm not too concerned. So here's the Max Design splitter on it now. Looks fairly aggressive. I'm more than well impressed with that. It's not. I think it's for a BTCC car and not even an F4, but it'll do me fine. So, let's see, nice sweet orange light behind the number plate. So, a nice little retouch. So I'll be looking forward now to getting this car with PD130 engine in it, and hopefully in time then to get onto my Skilla GT 1756 hybrid turbo. Be looking for around 240, 250 brake, but it all depends on the standard injectors. Push them as far as I can, because I don't really plan at the minute anyway for getting any bigger injectors. And this here's the old bore I'm after taking the engine.